today. It's Madden NFL football. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Fun times in Cleveland ahead as we join you by the Lakeshore here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
On the return, Deontay Hardy. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
All the talk of Jackson leaving the Ravens this offseason was just that, talk, as the two sides hammered out a deal that made him the highest paid player in the NFL. And why would they want to separate? When he has the ball in his hands, great things typically happen.
The NFL's active leader in rush yards, Derrick Henry.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 22 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there.
Here's Jackson to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here are the Browns for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. To about the 40-yard line. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago.
There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Here, look at this Baltimore defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. Deontay Hardy back deep.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now 2nd and 3.
Here's Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore 1st. Off the option, here's Henry.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And
Henry's hit. He lost the football.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Henry.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. In motion right is Aguilar.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Jalen Carter brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The 1st sack of his NFL career.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their 1st-round pick. His 1st NFL sack, I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the 1st of many sacks in a long career.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3's him.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
Trenton Simpson firing in and sticking him for a loss.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Tackle there by Michael Pierce. The Browns hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll set up a throw. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll run with Chubb. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Now Hardy on the return.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Jackson, a short throw caught by Andrews. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This 2nd and 4. Off the option, here's Henry. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
2nd down and 3.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
To throw is Jackson. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They run it again with Chubb.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
7 yards there and a 1st down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Owe, one of the most gifted athletes coming off the edge in the AFC. The key for him, translating that athletic ability into consistent production. Hasn't quite unlocked it all yet. Only 3 sacks last season, but the potential is immense.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Handoff comes to Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But
nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper. 17 yards, 1st down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's Drew Chrisman now.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Jackson's throw pulled in by Aguilar.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now Jackson on first down.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
2nd and 5.
Now it's Jackson. He completes it to Henry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit. Found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. The former Buckeye, Justin Fields, with a touchdown pass. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Zach Moss. The lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
Jackson running again.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Jackson now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So here are the Browns to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
A run for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Chubb. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him again. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 60.
And the Browns are able to widen their advantage. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Henry up the middle.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On the draw, here's Mitchell.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Flower shows there that he is a student of the craft whose mentality is simply, I'm going to take the football away from defenders. A tenacious player and almost a clone of Steve Smith Sr., somebody else who had some really good seasons in Baltimore.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out 2nd down.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Jackson. He's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And now the Browns coming out on the field.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a 1st down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 95 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2.
They're going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 28. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On the carry, it's Chubb.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 yards there, just like last play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Hardy on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Jackson, option right. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jackson from the gun on third down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. And this offense on third down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 37. 103 yards rushing for him now to this point. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on third down. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. From the left hash, this from 34. Tucker's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
And the Browns getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They try to take a shot there on second down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with a time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, making it more manageable for it down if you need to. And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars, get the ball to them in open space, and let them do what they do.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Fighting through pressure.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Here's second down and 3.
They run it again with Chubb, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They'll come up now on second down.
Chubb.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Here comes second down.
One last shot for Jackson.
Connecting with Andrews.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. perhaps next time.
So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2.
Yeah,